Hello everyone. And yeah, for today, we will answer the question about kamusta ang buhay estudyante ng mga bata dito sa Canada and paano nga ba ang mag-enroll ng school kapag yung anak mo ay galing Pilipinas or galing sa ibang bansa. Alright, so yan ang topic natin for today and we will try to answer that question based on our experience and also on our knowledge as far as I know. Okay, so first is school year dito sa Canada. They'll start at June and they start at September, month of September, and it will ends by June. Okay, so and also meron sila dito tinatawag na public school and Catholic school. So, yon. And paano nga ba malalaman kung saan pwedeng mag-enroll yung anak nyo? So, kung meron kayong employer, pwede kayong magpa-assist sa kanila kung saan kayo pwedeng mag-enroll ng anak nyo. Kasi dito, kung saan kayo nakatira, merong specific school na doon ka mag-enroll. Ina-accommodate nila kasi they will double check kung anong area kung area ka ba ng school na naka-occupied. So, first school, may specific street or area dun sa community na ina-accommodate nila. Okay? So, kung sa Philippines is by barangay, there's a specific school dito. It's not says at barangay. Dito sa isang city, there's a lot of street and per street, meron lang silang area, zoning, parang may zoning, school zoning sila dito. So, kapag, example, nag-transfer ka sa ibang address, so possible, matatransfer din yung anak mo once na i-update mo sa school yung current address mo. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga requirements na kailangan nating dalhin from Philippines? So, importante yung birth certificate ng anak nyo, PSA. And then, immunization record form. Ito yung immunization form na yan. Fill upan nyo yan. And then, kailangan meron siyang doctor signature or nurse signature or pwede naman sa barangay health center natin na mag-fill up na yan. Okay? They will double check that one. Especially kapag yung anak nyo is like 4 or 5 years old. But I think kahit hanggang K-12, kailangan pa rin nila yan. The school, they'll require us. And then, dalhin nyo din yung Form 137 or Form 138 na galing sa school. And also, hihingin din nila kung ano yung permit ng parents. Either it's temporary, international student, work permit, and permanent residence. So, etong isi-share ko sa inyo is based on our experience as permanent residents. Maybe there's a difference, not totally a big difference for other permit na hawak nila. Okay? So, paano nga ba kami nag-enroll? So, i-double check namin yung address namin, ng bahay ng address namin. Doon, nag-survey din kami kung saan school yung malapit sa amin. Okay, so double check nyo yung address na yon. But it happens na nasa likod nyo lang yung school, dun sa bahay nyo, or isang street lang yung interval ng school at sa house nyo, pero hindi pala siya covered ng school na yon. So, importante na kunin nyo muna yung contact number nila or email address, or else you can go personally sa school para mag-inquire kung etong address na ito is ina-accommodate nila. And if not, they will give you or they will recommend you sa ibang school kasi they have a contact for that. Okay? So, don't worry about that. And also, in terms of adjustment dito sa school, yun, hindi naman nahirapan yung anak namin na mag-adjust. First is English speaking. So, dapat i-train natin yung anak natin. Pero kung hindi naman natin na-train yung anak natin sa English language, at least nakakaintindi siya ng English, the school will provide na mag-tutor sa kanila at least every day 1 hour or less than 1 hour. Ipo-provide nila yun para sa English speaking session. Okay, so yun. And then sa section ng anak natin, it's decided by the school. Sila yung magbibigay kung anong section yung anak nyo. And napaka-monitor nila dito. May pipilapan din kayong form from school na hihingi sila. Okay? And in terms of food, free sila dito ng food for breakfast. And then meron din silang lunch. School lunch. Pwede bang magbaon yung anak natin? Yes, pwede pong magbaon. Meron lang silang restricted food. Bawal dito ang yung any food na may peanut butter. Tsaka banana, bawal yon, bawal kang magpabaon. So, most likely, bago sila kumain, especially for elementary or primary, merong specific teacher na nagdo-double check ng mga lunch bag nila bago sila pakainin. So, dino-double check yung food nila. Okay, so in terms of rice, tayong mga Pilipino, diba, sana yung mga anak natin ng rice. Kaya, pwede mong ilagay dun sa form na pipilapan mo na itong anak mo is hindi pwedeng walang rice meal. So, yon. And kung gusto mo naman kumuha ng free lunch dun sa school, yan, may form ka rin na pipilapan para ma-accommodate nila. Okay? So, right now, hindi kami request dun sa free lunch. But breakfast, yeah, may mga fruits, yogurt, yan, nakuha yung anak ko sa morning. But in the lunch, yeah, may baon siya. So, they have 2 breaks. They have snack and they have a lunch time. And hindi sila aalis dun sa school. So, most likely, yung school time nila is 8:45 a.m. up to 2:45 or 3 p.m. Yun yung time talaga nila from yung school ng anak ko kasi ngayon is they call primary, kindergarten up to grade 3 yung school niya ngayon. So, yun. And what else? Sa uniform, wala silang uniform dito. Any, depende sa weather. Yun. But most likely, naka-jacket yung anak ko kasi yung dito. Yung weather dito either snow, either sunny, spring, fall. Madalas lumalabas yung mga bata kasi meron silang time for outside activities. So, dapat lagi silang may prepared na mga kasi alam mo naman tayo mga Pilipino, para maiwasan natin magkasakit. So, yon. And then, meron din mga bata na sa school, may specific sila na locker na nakapangalan sa kanila. So, very organized dito in terms of sa classroom. And then, si teacher, minimit talaga sa first day of school, minimit talaga niya yung parents. And hindi mo pwedeng ma-pick up dito. Kunyari, may friend ka, papipick up mo yung anak mo. Hindi nila basta-basta binibigay yung anak mo hanggang hindi na-authorize mo or hindi nakalist dun sa form na pinilapan mo na sila yung magpipick up. So, they will get your name dun sa pagpipick up. So, what else? Sa bus, kapag late ka na dumating dito ng month, medyo na mahirap or not 100% ma-accommodate ka sa school bus kasi minsan punuan na yung mga bus. So, ang choice natin is send natin yung mga anak. But, not all the people here naging school bus. So, choice na natin yun. Tatanungin ka naman ng principal or ni teacher about that during the enrollment. And also, don't worry, any month na dumating kayo dito, as long as may school days, so they will accommodate you. Basta masubmit yung mga requirements and you can talk to the principal. Principal yung nag-a-assist sa atin. So, iba-ibang province, iba-ibang website. So, yun. And, yun, ang dami nilang activities dito. Meron silang, always meron silang playtime. Lalo na kapag mga primary, mga bata pa, maliliit pa lang. Meron silang playtime, meron silang gym, tapos meron silang mga field trip, yan. Libre, walang tuition fee dito. Sa bus, wala ding bayad. Yung pagkain nila sa school, wala ding bayad as long as nakapil up ka ng form nila. Yun, may mga extra fees lang kapag may field trip, but hindi naman siya ganun kamahalan. It's like $10, $12 yun. Tapos kailangan may parents consent mo. So yun, as of now, sobrang nag-enjoy yung anak ko. Nag-start siya dito ng kindergarten, and right now, he is already in grade 2. So sobra siyang nag-enjoy sa school. And yun, napaka-accommodating ng mga teachers dito. And kung may problem ka, you can talk to them, and may time din na may parents and teachers day din na magmi-meet kayo katulad sa Pilipinas. Alright? So, yun lang ang masishare ko sa inyo for today's about sa buhay estudyante and ano ba yung mga requirements na kailangan natin i-submit once na mag-enroll tayo from Philippines. Alright? So, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, guys. And kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe sa Binado Family. Hit mo na rin ang notification bell para updated ka sa mga coming videos namin. Bye-bye! God bless!